Manny Pacquiao versus Jesse Vargas. As I mentioned, it's the month of November to remember. We got a lot of great fights. What do you think about that fight? Do you think Jesse Vargas has a chance? Because when talking to him, he's one of the very few fighters that I honestly believe that he has so much truth in his words. It has so much conviction, because fighters tend to say, you know what, I believe in myself. I believe I can win this fight. And you know, deep down inside, some of them, not all of them, kind of doubt themselves. Jesse Vargas,
he doesn't.
He believes it.
I've talked to him too, and he's so sure about himself.
Yeah.
And not just this fight. He's been like that when he won the title against Kid Ali. He had that same mentality. So that's very good for him. You know, that says a lot about, you know, his preparation, his mentality. He's positive, and it's not an easy fight either. You know, I think it's not going to be easy for Jesse. You know, it won't be easy for Pacquiao either. But coming in with that mentality, you know, he's got a shot. People might not think so, but he's got a chance. You know, I still pick Pacquiao. You know, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, because Jesse does have a chance.
Yeah, I think he has a great chance. I think he's a live underdog. Let's talk about your brother, Mikey Garcia. Now, he's going to be fighting for the WBC lightweight title on January 28th on the undercard of Santa Cruz versus Frampton. Talk to us about that fight.
That is right. You know, we were hoping to have something before the end of the year, but you know, with Showtime, they told Mikey, you know, this is the best option. You know, if you wait till January, they actually gave him. They told us to pick if we wanted to be on the December 10th card here in LA with Abner, or the January 28th fight. And you know, we were actually, myself, my dad, and even Mikey, we were leaning towards December 10th. It's before the holidays.
Yeah.
It's here in LA. It would be huge here in LA. So we were leaning toward that direction. But then Showtime and Al Heyman, they advised Mikey, look, Mikey, we think in Vegas, big casino, there's a few things that you know, for a month difference, you should consider.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided, you know, to go to January 28th, and it's for a world title. You know, what can I say? You know, it's not an easy fight,
mm-hmm.
but if Mikey wins the title and becomes a world champion, I think Mikey is just the beginning. It's just going to be the beginning of huge things for Mikey. You know, in a perfect world, if you ask me, Mike's fighting in January. Pacquiao normally fights in April or May, so that's the next fight that I would pick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fight that we could easily make, because Mikey's not signed to no promoter. So, you know, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're doing Crawford versus Molina. So why couldn't they do, you know, Mikey versus Pacquiao? That's the fight.
That's a fight that Mikey has talked about for a long time, and that's another fighter, your brother, who has that self-belief.
So that's the fight that I would want, you know. Of course, we can't look past our next opponent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jesse Vargas doesn't deserve us to count him out.
Mm-hmm.
They got to fight next weekend too. But if, you know, like I said, in a perfect world, they both win, then they meet in April or May. That's what I would go for.
Right.
But you know, there's so many things involved. You know, promoter, TV. There's so many things that could prevent that from happening.